Hey everyone, hope you're having a great Friday. I'm so excited to be recording this video. We just came off a fantastic demo day. Great conversations, great demos. Well done, everyone. Today, I wanted to record a video about a topic we're hearing not from the VPs and CEOs in our network, but from Uvaro grads and students. And it's about that lifelong debate about whether or not SDRs and BDRs should report to marketing or to sales. And to set the stage, I have to raise the bar of these videos. I've been watching Anthony's videos and they are just so amazing. I realized I need to put in more effort than just being a talking head. And so while I lack the video editing prowess that Anthony has, I brought the next best thing. And so I've got props for today's video. Bear with me, this should be fun. So the question is, should SDRs report to marketing or to sales? Now, we could take a look at our own anecdotes, what we're seeing in the area, but it's always best to go to someone who's got more information. And so when we take a look at what the experts at Topo say, they share data like this, that in 64% of the organizations, SDRs report to sales, in 25% to marketing, the other 11%, no idea. Maybe finance. That's a terrible idea. I hope that's not the case. But when we take a look at what they're doing, they dig into it and they say, it's not just about the numbers. So it's not that 64% are right and 25% are wrong or the other way around. Really what it matters is two different factors: the way the go-to-market strategy works and the way you're able to coach and to equip. So to answer the question, I thought I'd bring in experts. I'm going to introduce you to a VP of sales and a VP of marketing. No, not really. I'm in a condo and we're working from home, so you've got the next best thing. You can clearly tell I'm a VP of sales. I've got my surf ranch hat. I'm into extreme sports. And I believe that SDR should report into sales because that affords us a couple of really key opportunities. Number one, you build a really close relationship with your sales reps, which means you're getting better coaching, better advice, and there's a quicker ramp up to your eventual progression. Because when you're an SDR, you often want to get into that AE role, and that's way easier if you're reporting into sales. And the reality is, when you're an SDR, you're not delivering leads, you're delivering qualified opportunities. And that's a measure of the sales organization. And so SDRs should report to sales. Now, as a VP marketing, and you know I'm a VP marketing because I have a much snazzier hat, SDRs clearly should report into the marketing organization because at the end of the day, when you're reaching out to customers, you're reaching out to prospects, you're using messaging, you're testing your personas, you're testing the ICPs, and these are typically designed by the marketing and the product marketing group. And moreover, if we're designing the marketing messaging that we're putting in ads, we're putting in brochures, we're putting into events, it's really important that as a company, we can test that. So when as an SDR, you report into marketing, what you're actually doing is helping the company in a better way. You're getting the latest messaging and you're ensuring that when you're working on an account and you're reaching out to 4 or 5 prospects, that the full weight of the marketing organization in their emails, their ads, their campaigns, their events are behind you. So when SDRs are in the marketing organization, it's like having more wood behind fewer arrows. And as a result, the qualified opportunities that get handed over are actually really qualified. So as a company, we see better overall results, and you're getting more strategic messaging because you're working within the marketing organization that sets that messaging strategy. So yeah, absolutely, SDR should report into marketing. Clearly, this isn't a simple question. And I know that both of our experts have very different opinions here, but there's a couple of things to keep in mind when you're considering the roles and you're considering the opportunities. The big thing is what this means for you and your career. Now, when you think about advancement, the biggest factor is going to be how much direct access you have to the managers and the leaders who can influence your direction. So in an organization that has a lot of outbound marketing activities and lead gen activities, relies a lot on inbound marketing, so marketing plays a heavy role, it can make sense to have those SDRs work closely with marketing. But in those situations, that typically means that there's been a lot of money invested in the lead gen activities. That means the cost of customer acquisition is pretty high. When the cost of customer acquisition is pretty high, that means that the cost of the sale also ends up being pretty high. Now, what that means is, yes, it can be exciting to be selling a large product, but when that cost of the product is really high, what that often means is that a company is looking for more experienced and more seasoned sales reps. So making that leap from SDR to AE can be a lot more challenging. So yeah, what I'd say is when you do get a lot more support and you're in that marketing organization, you can feel like you've got a much richer team behind you, you have more resources, and you're more aligned. But it can also mean you may not find your AE role inside that same organization. You might have to leave it to go on to the next organization. Now, on the flip side, when the SDR role is inside the sales organization, you often develop a tighter relationship. And so getting that coaching, that mentorship can be very, very valuable. So we often see people advancing into an AE role a lot faster in those situations. However, it is a double-edged sword. Sometimes the AE that you're paired with isn't the right coach or the right mentor, which means you're putting kind of more eggs in fewer baskets, and there's higher risk there. Yes, it could shortcut, but it could also stagnate. I think there's more opportunities if you're inside the sales organization. And when you take a look at the numbers from Topo, that bears fruit, but it's not the only way to slice it. I would not look at any opportunity and say they're right or they're wrong just at a glance. I would take a look at the selling motion, see how much they're relying on marketing to drive those leads, and based on that, come to your own conclusion about what you think the right fit is. And that's how to make the call. Because if it's really apparent and really obvious that given the selling motions, the SDR team should be in sales and they're not, or given the marketing motions that the SDR team should be in marketing and they're not, that misalignment is actually the biggest problem. Again, not if it's in either or, but if it's in the wrong organization. And so if you're equipped to make that call, do so. Take a look, come to your own conclusion, and use that to inform your decision. Worst comes to worst, you can always reach out to either of our experts and get their thoughts on it. But in a crunch, one last resource I'd like to share, and I've got a link at the end of the video. Several months ago, we interviewed the head of marketing, the head of business development from Aavik, a remarkable company that does a great job of building their sales development organization inside the marketing organization, and they are an exceptionally metrics-driven team. Now, yes, they also struggle from that same challenge where it's harder to move from an SDR to an AE, but they have also successfully launched so many sales careers, and they are a great organization to learn from. So if you're interested in digging more into that topic, check out the link, follow up. In the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic day. Anthony, let me know how I'm doing at raising the VAR. Hope you all stay safe. Happy selling, and we'll chat again soon. Ciao.